Hey stoners, listen up. This is Ted Cantu from the Online Money Machine Show and HotMetroFinance.com. We have a new site called theendofadvertising.com, and you want to check that out. Here's what I've got for you today. I want to address something with all you hydroponic people out there and all you 420 guys who are building websites. I get a lot of phone calls every week, and I see a lot of people making some very bad mistakes. Here's some mistakes that are happening on your websites. I just want to address it, so hopefully you'll take some notes and also take some action and fix this stuff, because it needs to be fixed, definitely. Before I get started with my top 10 list, I want to just tell you really quickly, I think the phone company is doing you a real disservice because the web pages are not put together in the right way. And also, you're missing a sitemap. That's number one on my list, no sitemap. You need a sitemap, at least 4 different styles to address the search engine search bots to index all of your pages properly. Phone company's not really doing that for you. A lot of you guys are doing this on your own, and you're actually putting in the wrong formatting for your sitemaps. So you definitely need to fix that so you can talk to different types of search engines like Yahoo, Google, and Bing. It's very, very important that you do that. Number 2, really cool it on the flash and animation on your website, because it's very hard for the search engine spider bots to really index these pages for the web. And I can't emphasize that enough. You really need to really watch that. Flash is getting a little bit better lately at how they handle indexing web media, but for the most part, it's something that I would definitely steer clear of, because not everyone's good at it, and it's a very complicated thing to use. A lot of hydroponic sites that are out there are not really using Flash. That's a good thing. But more of your dental, medical, professional type offices have the tendency to use it, and it's really not a good thing. Number 3, there's not enough links on your site. There's just too much art. I see this a lot. If your website is all JPEGs and your email address and your physical address and your phone number, all that contact information is embedded in a JPEG. They can't click on your email address and send you email information. They can't communicate with you. I think that's terrible. I've seen a lot of guys do this. A lot of do-it-yourself for website guys make this mistake, or I don't mean to single people out, but the ones that actually hire their cousins and so forth have done really terrible with this too. So watch out for that. Too much art is not a good thing. Number 4, your domain name is usually you got the wrong domain name. On a phone call, I will tell you this for free. On a phone call, I always find it very interesting when I explain to people about domain names that they will actually read numbers before they read letters. So do put some thought into that when you buy your domain name and where you want to rank. It's very, very important. And we've got tons of strategies like that if you give us a call. My number, really quickly, it's 248-631-9211. I'm going to post that on this video clip, and you can check it out. The other one that's really, really bad is that the keywords that you pick on your site don't show up at all. I mean, they don't show up at all properly. They're nowhere to be found. And very, very bad formatting for your keywords too. So you got to really want to watch that. That is something that is that needs to be fixed and monitored, because quite oftentimes you've got the right information, or sort of the right information, but you got things placed in the wrong places on your page. You need a website guy, you need an HTML guy, or a coder or a programmer to put it together properly. That's a problem. And that is not going to pull your page up, which is number 6. Your page just doesn't pull up at all. So, in other words, let's say, for example, you have a website address and it's called www.bestproducts.com. That doesn't say anything. But if you're selling hydroponic lighting equipment, then it should be, here's an example. It should be hydroponiclighting.com. Something like that might be a little more appropriate, and that's another area of interest of mine. A lot of companies out there are selling website domain, URLs for very expensive amounts of money on auctions. You've seen these things come at you for like $20,000 a piece, $40,000 a piece. I can show you how to do this for as little as $10. Per domain name, $2 domain or actually URLs are it can be very, very inexpensive if you buy them properly. So that's a thing you want to really watch out for. The other thing I want to share with you really quickly is you're sinking too much money into paid searches. If you're doing that and you're not getting a return, that's going to be a problem, number 7. And you can definitely fix that by just optimizing your site and putting some smart sitemaps into your infrastructure, which a lot of you guys out there they're just not doing it for whatever reason. Maybe you don't know how, or you never heard of this before, but that needs to happen. Number 8, well, here's another problem. People are often too proud of their websites. They're not thinking of the end consumer. So there's a lot of graphics, there's a lot of links on there. Maybe it's to your friend's insurance company. You've got some links on the bottom for some sort of a personal photo album. That means nothing to the consumer. It only means something to you. I would take that off because it's definitely killing your business. You're really steering business away, and you're not thinking of the consumer. Number 9, and this kind of bleeds into number 9, you're not talking about your business enough. People are very selfish when they go online. They go online to search out solutions to their problems in most cases, and they may not be looking for what you're offering. If someone's got mites all over their plants and it smells like, the sewer in their grow room, they're going to want a solution how to get rid of that odor and how to get rid of the mites. With pest control, you need a pest control page on your hydroponic site. Think about that. So that's another area. So think about what people are looking for when they come to your site. Most of you guys are not talking about your businesses nearly enough. Number 10, the last one, your prices are scaring people away. If you put all your prices on there, what you're doing, people have the tendency to price shop. It's not fair, it's not nice, just the way it is. I would not put a full list of prices on your site. Unless you're an e-commerce site, you may have an area of interest for doing that, and some people do. I talk to a lot of wholesalers who actually keep the prices off the site entirely, and unless you got some sort of a sale going on, then you could look into that. But for the most part, I would take it off. And that is why I have that's what I have here for you guys. And there are 10 simple rules. Try to stick to them. Out of all of these rules, I would definitely say the sitemap thing is probably the most critical and crucial. And that's the one thing that's probably standing in your way from really raking in the big bucks for you. So my name is Ted Cantu. My number here is 248-631-9211. You have an area of interest, you want to hear our commercial, that's at 1-888-305-2532. Thanks for listening, and I will look for you online.